In this question, they ask, which quadrilateral has two acute angles, two obtuse angles, and two pairs of opposite parallel sides? Let's just break this down to think about it. First, we have the quadrilateral. Well, a quadrilateral, you see that word quad right there, in quadrilateral, means a four-sided shape that's closed by straight lines. It's a type of polygon. So these are all, right, these are all quadrilaterals here. So we can almost ignore that word. It's not going to help us answer the question. But we know that we need two acute angles. And if you remember, an acute angle, right, an acute angle is an angle that's less than 90 degrees. So even without measuring, right, visually you can detect an acute angle because a 90-degree angle forms a perfect L. So an acute angle is anything where the opening is less than 90 degrees, maybe here or here, right? Here. All of these are acute angles. What does this mean? Well, we can get rid of choice D because it just has four 90-degree angles, right? These symbols mean 90. So none of them are acute, and that choice is out. And next they say two obtuse angles. Well, an obtuse angle, right, is almost in a sense the opposite of an acute angle. An obtuse angle is more than 90 degrees. So again, you can visualize this because a right angle forms an L. And an obtuse angle will open here and then go past the 90-degree point, right? All the way up to here, and then when it hits 180, it's called a straight angle because that would be a straight line. But this kind of space in here are the obtuse angles. So what does this mean? Well, in a lot of these shapes, right, we don't even have obtuse angles, and it's a little hard to see visually. So even before I really look at these shapes, let's go to the last clue. We have two pairs of opposite parallel sides. Well, when lines are parallel, right, they never meet. So, for example, this line and this line should never meet if they're parallel because they don't really turn towards each other. But as soon as one of these angles deviates a little bit, right, eventually they'll meet these lines and they're not parallel. So here we need two sets of parallel lines. So this choice is out because this line and this line, even though they turn or bend in the shape, eventually if we extended them they would hit each other. So this is out, right? We don't have two sets here, and so is A. Because here, this line and this line eventually would meet, so they're not parallel. So the answer has to be B. And if we're feeling nervous about that answer, you can see that there's definitely an obtuse angle here, right? Because the 90-degree mark would be something like this, that L shape. It's opening past that. And where else, right? We need two sets. Well, I'd say this one as well. Right, but again, because the 90-degree angle looks something like this, and it's opening past it. So it's certainly obtuse. So here, the choice would be B for me. Thanks.